Yo, what's going on everybody, Lights here, and we're going to be talking about the update for Overwatch yesterday, patch notes. They have released the patch notes since my original video talking about Deathmatch, and I just kind of want to go into a little bit more depth talking about some of the hero updates, because I think in my previous video I said there were no hero updates, but I was wrong. It just wasn't the hero updates we were expecting. So let's go ahead and get into the video. So we have now Deathmatch and TDM. So Deathmatch is going to be a score of 20 points. This is 8 players match. You gain 1 point for every final blow you deal to an enemy, and then you lose a point due to environmental damage such as falling off a cliff or self-inflicted damage from explosives or whatever other means that you have to kill yourself within the game. Now on the flip side of that, we also have TDM or Team Deathmatch, which is 2 teams of 4 players that face off until 30 points. Same rules apply as far as points. You gain 1 point for every final blow, and you lose a point whenever they die to environmental damage such as falling off a cliff or self-inflicted explosive damage, or again any other ways you have to kill yourself. Now the only difference here is if you are resurrected before you respawn, your point that you gave the other enemy for dying goes away. So say you come around the corner, you kill 3 enemies, but their mercy revives them, you don't get any points for those. The 3 points that you gained initially for those kills will decrease because they're resurrected. So initially you can't get 6 kills off of 3 enemies if they're resurrected. So which is kind of nice. I kind of like that. It makes it a little bit more balanced out, but it's also annoying when you're in the lead, you get a big kill streak and then bam. Now the biggest thing about these modes are the maps that you have the choice to play from. So there are a selections of maps that already exist, such as Hanamura, Horizon Luna Colony, Temple of Anubis, Volskaya Industries, Dorado, Eichenwald, Hollywood, and Kings Row. Now these are all available for Deathmatch along with the new map Chateau Guillard. However, in TDM you can play the 1v1 and 3v3 elimination maps such as Black Forest, Castillo, Eco Point, Antarctica, and Necropolis, but those 4 are only in TDM. But those 4 plus the previous ones are all available for TDM, if that makes sense. I think I kind of confused you guys, I'm sorry. So as I mentioned, there is a new map for Deathmatch called Chateau Guillard, which is a castle from hundreds of years ago of the Widowmaker family, the Guillard family. So it's pretty cool to see a map centered around Widowmaker. I'm a huge Widowmaker fan. I love Widowmaker. I love her lore, and it's something that I'm just really excited about. So the biggest thing about this video that I want to kind of highlight are the hero updates. There were a few buffs and changes to some of the existing characters, and let's go ahead and get into those. So one of my favorite players on this list is Junkrat. His concussion mine has actually been increased to 2. Now don't be fooled, you can't throw 2 mines out and expect to blow them up, because if you throw one out and you throw another one out, it just replaces it. Now his riptire movement speed has been increased by 30%, and there's no longer a time limit when climbing. Overall, these updates are pretty satisfying to me, and I can't wait to use him some more. So next up is one of my other favorite characters from a while ago. Orisa has gotten a buff. When Orisa was originally introduced, I was a huge fan of her. Over time, I kind of stopped using her due to the fact that her weapon is very slow. It felt delayed. So in yesterday's update, her fusion driver was increased by 20%. So you'll be able to land hits a lot more accurate and efficiently. Her second buff is the protective barrier, which has been increased by 20%. And the shape has been changed to allow for more coverage from enemies that are below the barrier. So if you're up on a second story, there's a little bit more space and shaping that allows more protective for you and your teammates. Now Roadhog got a buff so that he can move while he is being healed, and the damage taken while healing has been reduced to 50%. I can't tell you how many times when I see a Roadhog that is healing, I just nail him in the head and that's the end of him. You know, it's like, it's one of those things that when you see a Roadhog healing, he's completely vulnerable, but this has been fixed with the damage taking 50% while healing. So I'm not very happy about this one, but a lot of Roadhog players will be happy. Now the last hero update that we have is Widowmaker. Her grappling hook cooldown has been reduced from 12 to 8 seconds. I never understood quite why her hook was cooldown 12 seconds. Like, I felt like that was a really long time just to be able to grapple hook away, but now that's been reduced down to 8 seconds just to give a little bit more flexibility. Her Venom Mine has also been buffed to allow you to see the affected targets through through walls, but that's only good for Widowmaker. Nobody else on your team can see them but you. Now overall, there has been some user interface changes, some competitive play, but I'm not a big competitive player, so I will go into this in depth more if you want a specific competitive update video. If you want to see specific gameplay or maybe some guides for heroes that have been affected by this update, let me know down below and I'll be more than happy to see what I can do as far as content for you guys and all of you Overwatch fans. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new around. Don't forget to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Don't forget to use code Lights at Control Freak for all your FPS controller grip needs, and don't forget to follow my social media down below in the description. Until next time, I'm Lights, peace out, and have a great day.